It was a blistering Saturday in Florida, the kind where the air clung to your skin like a damp towel and mosquitoes held court in my backyard. I'm Jack Harper, 45, a freelance illustrator who'd rather be sketching than wrestling with a sprinkler system spitting water like a pissed-off llama. I'm crouched in the mud, shirt glued to my back, cursing a plastic valve that's clearly laughing at me when my phone pings. An email from the HOA, subject line screaming, saw immediate demolition order, unauthorized structure saw. My stomach drops. The sender? Agnes Whitlock, our neighborhood's self-proclaimed guardian of perfection. She's ordering me to tear down my garden shed. Here's the thing, she has no clue it's a FEMA-approved storm shelter built to shield my family from Florida's hurricane tantrums. Agnes just lit a fuse, and I'm about to tell you how it blew up in her face. Let me paint the picture. I live in a neat little suburb outside Tampa palm trees, kids on bikes, and the constant threat of a hurricane as normal as a Monday. Our house is a cozy two-story, with a backyard that's my pride and joy. Green grass, a couple of orange trees, and my shed a fortress disguised as a storage unit, with concrete walls and a steel door that could laugh off a missile. I built it because I've seen hurricanes turn homes to splinters, and I'm not about to let my family cower in a bathtub when the next one hits. Then there's Agnes, 67, HOA president, a retired accountant with a perm that defies physics and a clipboard she wields like a scepter. She's the type to measure your mailbox to the inch and send a novel-length email if your trash can linger curbside. Neighbors call her the lawn czar, and trust me, she's earned it. I once saw her lecture a kid for Leah VY-ing a scooter in his driveway, called it a CIVYC disgrace. My family's in on this circus too. There's Lila, my wife, 41, a biologist who studies native plants and keeps me from losing it with her razor-sharp wit. When I showed her Agnes's email, she laughed so hard she nearly choked on her lemonade. Agnes is out here playing dictator again, she said, eyes rolling. Our 16-year-old son, Ethan, is a budding YouTuber, always chasing VY fame. He's already plotting to film Agnes's next meltdown. Then there's Walt, our 70-year-old neighbor, a retired Navy guy with a laugh like a foghorn and stories wild enough to fill a book. He's my go-to for @VYC, usually over cold beer. So I'm wiping mud off my hands, squinting at my phone under the scorching sun, and Agnes's email is a masterpiece of petty rage. Saw Dear Mr. Harper, an unauthorized structure, hereafter the shed, VY OLAT section 4.2.7 of the community guidelines. Demolish it within 72 hours or face fines and legal action. Saw she even attached a blurry photo of my shed, probably snapped from her sedan like she's in a spy MOVY. The gall of this woman, I can hear her smug tone through the screen. My shed's been there 2 years. Why now, Agnes? What she doesn't know is it's a FEMA-certified storm shelter, built to withstand 200 miles per hour winds, with permits and blueprints stamped by the government. I spent months blending it in forest green paint, fake window with flower boxes to keep the neighbors happy. But to Agnes, it's a blight on her suburban utopia. I could have called her, waved the FEMA papers, and shut this down. But where's the fun in that? Agnes has been terrorizing this neighborhood forever, and I'm not letting her bulldoze me. I'm playing chess, and she's about to get checkmated. Inside, Lila's chopping peppers for dinner, and Ethan sprawled on the couch, editing a VY Deo of our dog chasing its tail. I read them the email, mimicking Agnes's nasal voice. Lingering on saw, unauthorized structure saw. Lila drops a pepper, laughing. She's going to regret this, she says, wiping tears. Ethan grabs his phone. Dad, let's prank her, put a fake gator in the shed. Say it's our pet. I shut that down. No pranks, Ethan. We're going bigger. Walt swings by later, reads the email, and chuckles. Agnes is barking up the wrong tree. Got those FEMA papers. I nod. Let her dig her own hole, he says, sipping his beer. That night, I lie awake, the AC humming, frogs croaking outside. Agnes's email is a declaration of war, but I'm not mad and pumped. She's about to learn not every fight is worth picking, especially when your opponent's got a bunker. I call Agnes the next day, putting her on speaker, so Lila and Ethan can hear. She picks up, her voice dripping with fake courtesy. Mr. Harper, I assume this is about the violation. I keep it light. Hey, Agnes, just want to chat about the shed. It's not what you think. She cuts me off like a guillotine. The rules are clear. No unapproved structures. I need compliance, not excuses. Lila mouths, saw, and Ethan's filming, probably streaming to his dozen followers. I try again. Agnes, if you saw the permits, she interrupts. Permits? Don't waste my time. The board's inspecting tomorrow, 9 a.m. sharp. Click. She hangs up. Lila's cackling. She's done for, she says. I'm not mad, I am thrilled. Agnes just set her own trap. Morning comes, and at 8:55, Agnes rolls up in her white SUV, clipboard in hand, flanked by 2 HOA minions. Carl, a retired pharmacist with a permanent scowl, and Wendy, a Pilates coach who looks like she'd rather be anywhere else. Agnes is in full-on Zermode khakis, HOA polo, Sun VY sore screaming saw, I'm here to ruin your day saw. I step outside, all smiles, offering coffee. Hot out here, huh? Agnes ignores me, circling my shed like a vulture, measuring tape in one hand, camera in the other, snapping photos like she's building a case for the FBI. Mr. Harper, she finally says, this structure violates height restrictions, color guidelines, and aesthetic standards. She says saw aesthetic saw like it's holy. I sip my coffee, leaning against the porch. You sure about that? Her eyes narrow. It's 2 inches too tall, and the green's unapproved. You'll get a DULA 600 fine, and demolition starts in 48 hours. Carl shifts, muttering about checking the rules, but Agnes silences him with a glare. When he's just texting, probably begging to escape. I could end this now with the FEMA papers, but I let Agnes dig deeper. Guess I'll wait for the notice, I say, shrugging. She smirks, thinking she's won, and marches off, minions trailing. Walt ambles over, flip-flops slapping. Heard Agnes is on the warpath, he says, leaning on my fence. Reported my wind chimes once called him noise pollution. I laugh, handing him a coffee. She's got no idea what's coming. He shakes his head. Nope, but you do. I pat my FEMA folder. Game on. Then Ethan screws it all up. I'm on the porch, sipping a lukewarm beer, when my phone blows up. Ethan's latest YouTube video saw HOA tyrant versus dad's epic shed saw. Goes viral in our neighborhood. It's got grainy footage of Agnes measuring my shed, Ethan's snarky voiceover. Behold the lawn czar, destroying dad's shed cause it's like too green. Then he drops the bomb. Plot twist, this ain't shed. It's a FEMA storm shelter. Suck it, HOA. My jaw hits the floor. Ethan, what the hell? He shrugs. It's content, Dad. Lila walks in, holding succulents, and catches the video's end. You genius idiot, she says. You just spilled our ace. The video's at 200 VYUs. Comment screaming saw go Jack. Saw and saw Agnes's nutsaw. Then my inbox pings Agnes. Subject, saw fraudulent claims and community deception saw. She's seen the video and writes. So your false claims about a FEMA shelter are unacceptable. The board will discuss your family's expulsion tomorrow. Sao et bu sinon? Is she running a suburb or a cult? Walt knocks, grinning. Your kid's a star, but Agnes is out for blood. She's emailing the whole street, calling me a con artist. I hand him a soda. She's about to learn what happens when you poke a bear. The neighborhood's buzzing, split between Team Jack and Team Agnes. Lila stops me from posting the FEMA papers online. Let her sink herself, she says. She's right, Agnes is so obsessed with control, she's blind to reality. The Weather Channel's flashing a new alert. A tropical storm's brewing, projected to hit in 4 days. Category 3, enough to make you hoard batteries. I check the shelter steel door, concrete walls, stocked with food, water, and a generator that could run a small town. Ethan pokes his head in, camera ready. Can I film a tour? I shake him off. Not yet. Save it for the big reveal.